that's... Good morning. How is everyone? I am having a crazy curl day. I'm like looking for pattern pieces that I had yesterday that are MIA today. Good morning. Sandra, I emailed you. Check your emails. I did put out a post today on my YouTube and Facebook and Instagram about the mini sewing retreat that's going to happen the first weekend of June. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited that Sandra thought about doing a shopping spree thing, like going to Tandy Leather with fellow sewists. I've only been with Kendall and the kids, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that they don't sew, so they don't have the same excitement when I see pretty stuff or a new tool that I haven't seen before. So to go with like fellow sewists, I'm like super amped. I'm still feeling like sick. So that is happening. I mean, like I'm missing clips. Like I'm missing like a whole. I put all my my clips in these honey pots, and I have a brown one, and I cannot find it. Let's see. I know. I did have a video that came out today. It's very short and sweet. It is based on this tool. I was like, I go through WayWack like oddly, like if they send me a brochure or a catalog for some reason before I go to bed, I can just go through things on WayWack. Like I want this, I need this. Like I know they have Decaville Light on sale right now. So I was going through it and I seen this. I'm like, what is this? So this is a good morning. I know. Yeah, and Amazon's sometimes way more cheaper than way more expensive than a smaller store, but there's sometimes they have things that are cheaper. Like there is a frosted Creative Grid 12-inch ruler, and it's frosted, and it's $24.99 on Amazon, and everywhere else, including Joann's, it's like almost $50. Yeah, I can't. I'm like clips. I don't know. I don't want to have to open another pack, but I will. So on this side is a blunt edge. So when when you're doing the turning out, like my curls are really going okay. When you're turning out the things in you have a non-blunt tool. This helps poke out the corners, right? This side is really cool because it's at an angle, so you can press down your seams, which I've been doing for a week and a half now, and it's kind of amazing. And I was like, okay, this is a cool tool. Oh, what? A stiletto. And I have to do this carefully. I stabbed myself the other day. And then this side has a seam ripper. So you get 4 tools of this one little thing. And people that like to, save space or just have all your tools in really one area, that is just amazing. I need to find all my clips. I'm going mad. So I was really excited about that. So I wanted to do one. I found this 2 other tools for like seam ripping that I'm going to be reviewing hopefully this week. I have one of the tools I think I'm using it wrong. I gotta get Kendall when he's not taking one of the kids to like a sports or something or music to sit down if he can use it, because I think I'm using it wrong. So I'm just waiting for him to use it, and then he'll tell me like, no, you're using it right, or Notion of you were really wrong. So I have 2 other notions that I really want to get out this month before the month ends. I can't believe it's the 18th. Oh yeah, I always overbuy them, but I don't know where they are. Like a whole jar is just gone. So my job today, I'm still finishing up. I have over in Patreon, we're going to be doing good morning. We're going to be doing a modified Annette to look like the Jet Setter bag from Michael Kors. So I'm I got most of the pattern pieces out yesterday, but then I just didn't sew it up. I was like over pushing myself. I made one bag and then I started with that one. I'm going to finish that bag and then film a live. We'll film and do a live at the same time in my Patreon to show them what modifications we're going to be doing. I'm really excited about that. I was really excited. Michael Kors bags have a lot of their bags are like the Annette. I'm not the Annette, but a swoon pattern, or just another one. Like their little oval bag is like dead on the Catalina from Orosa. Like pretty much I swear that they must be in these groups and just like, ooh, this person has a great pattern. Let's make it a bag. But one of the jet setting ones with rivets and chains looks exactly like the Annette. So I'm really excited. I have everything cut out for the lining. I just need to cut out the exterior and sew it up. Weirdly, I can sew up that bag fast. I make a lot of Annettes for Comic-Cons. I don't know. I do not know where that jar is. I'm like literally looking for this jar. I think I have a vortex. That's the only thing I can say. Like, okay, so even if I like the other day I was wearing my Dobby socks, right? I know. You're like, you're a grown ass woman, but I like Dobby. So I was wearing it and I took off. I can't sew with a shoe on. So I took off my Croc and I took off my sock. Cause you know, if you have your socks on, these pedals, they're kind of slippage. I couldn't find my sock, right? And I just had one sock and I was like, this is so cliche for Dobby, right? Having one sock. So I was like, I put it in the washroom and I was like, the other one will come. So Faith was sitting down yesterday or the day before and she had one Dobby sock, the one that I was missing. Now I can't find the other one. She always takes my Phantom socks, like always. And I offer her. She's like, no, I just want like white, black, and I want them knee high or whatever. So I get her the socks that she says she wants. But then my Phantom ones mysteriously end up on her feet. Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple Catalina sewed up next weekend. It is cold today. We are having the most craziest weather in Maryland. It'll be like 84 degrees one day, and then the next day it's like 54. And then everyone's like, I'm sick. And I'm like, no wonder why. And then the pollen is ridiculous. If the pollen touches my skin, I'm getting like, I don't know, chicken bumps. This is about, it feels like goosebumps all over your arms, except I'm not getting goosebumps. It's like permanent, and I'm like tearing up my arms. I'm so allergic to so many trees. It's not even so like, yeah. Between missing socks, weird weather, and it's my Dobby socks. Like there are Dobby Chibleys, and like she has one, and she's like, "Oh, that's funny. I have one, and you have one." No, it's not funny. How I can't find the other one, and they're my socks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Good morning, Dalva. Yeah, so we have that. Loki's upstairs asleep. I just gave him his medicine. He's doing good. He's out snoring. He snores like some kind of monster. Like if you were to not know he was Loki, you'd be like, that is a bear. That is a dragon. That is Nessie. I don't know. Like it's just, I don't know. Ooh, sunny in Aussie too. Okay, well, it's bright, it's sunny, tons of pollen all over the place. So much fun with that. And yeah, it's cold. It's not like freezing cold, but it's cold compared to what it was like 2 days ago. It's 51 degrees. So if you like, our weather is acting really, really weird, and I have no idea. I just keep saying global warming. That's all I can chalk it up to. Like, okay, so today's a high of 65, tomorrow's 73, Thursday's 85, and then it drops back down to 60. Normally around in April and May, we are still in this just 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's it. And after Memorial Day, that's when we get into the 80s, and we kind of get in the 90s, but we really don't. There's only a handful of days I can actually remember that we ever went over 95. That's one of the things I love about Maryland, because if you live in California or Arizona, you know what I mean. What? No, you're not that far from me, Jen. See, this is wrong. Mm-mm. In Montana, we're about to be in May. You should. No. No, this weather's not loyal. um, yeah, so I'm a little frustrated with that, and but I'm really excited that I was able to put out the Notion video. I do think this is a really cool Notion to have, and I like the fact that Waywax is cheaper than Amazon. But if you live in an area where the shipping cost for a Waywax is higher, you might want to get this on Amazon just for the difference. But if I think it's the coolest tool, like it's really big. I'm just here's my phone. It's really big. So, or like a choco, here's a chalk pen next to it. It's a big tool. So, but I've been using it for about a week, week and a half now, and I look for it. And that might sound really silly, but when I think you don't need a tool is when you don't look for it. Like it's not part of your bag making theme. So I look for this when I'm like poking out corners, or I have to seam rip, or I like this flattening thing because I press it into the seams for when I have vinyl, or especially works really good on waterproof canvas. When I have the waterproof canvas, it does the creasing really, really well, and it helps. And I look for it. Yeah. 50, I know for 51, I had to grab a sweater. Like yesterday, I walked out in shorts and a t-shirt, like well, capris and a t-shirt. And today I have a sweater on because it is cold. Thank you. Yeah, Waywack is like a Target to me. I can't just buy one thing. So I generally wait till I get there. They have like a monthly catalog. I go through their monthly catalog and I'm like, wait, they have this. Wait, they have this. And then I go onto their site and I'll put everything in my cart, then look at it and be like, I can't afford that. Start taking things out. Then a sale magically happens and I can afford it. Waywack is amazing. I wonder if they have like a storefront because I would so drive down there and do like a vlog because they're amazing. And I know they have Decaville light on sale. That I do know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing today is doing the mock-up for Patreon for our bag. I'm gonna rest and because man. It's cold in Plant City, Florida too. See, this is where everyone's getting sick. Everyone's getting sick. Everyone I know is like, I don't feel good. Yeah, because one day it's like 90 degrees and the next day it's like 32. This is not normal weather. Um, my son's like, do I bring a sweater? Do I have to bring a sweater today or not? I'm like, always just stick a sweater in your backpack because I can't tell you if it's gonna be hot or cold today. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm testing out two other tools, and that's it. I think I might put my new my new servo motor for my free arm in today if I have the time, and because I cleared out the space to do it. You have to be underneath the table a lot, so I might do that. And then if I have any issues, then I can call Steve. So yeah, I'm excited about having the needle down and needle up. My servo motor's kind of like old school looking compared to the new one, and there's new timing belts and all that stuff like that. So I'm really excited about doing that because I can't wait to do a tutorial on that. 50? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All of you guys are in Florida. I did get I wonder if I can, no, I don't know if I can say. I have to ask Kayla because I think I will be going to Florida for a reason. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's cold. Like I'm wearing a sweater because it's literally like yesterday when I walked out to go take the kids to school, it it was like 70 something and it was like 80, and then this morning it's like guess what, 50, but you have a nice layer of yellow pollen all over your car. okay. Oh, thank you. I'm so sick. I'm so sorry, guys. If I sound nasally, I have rashes everywhere. Like pollen keeps hitting my face and it hit my hair. I was my scalp was on fire and like so I'm washing my hair yesterday because I'm not as soon as pollen gets on me, I'm immediately supposed to wash it off and I get the weirdest reactions. My Kindle does too. His eyes get all droopy and they start just like crying nonstop. So if you ever see Kindle in a live or anything wearing sunglasses, that means he's having a really bad allergy day. It's like I feel so bad for him. Like I want to like switch roles and take his eye pain away because he's miserable when this time of the year with all the pollen. And we already made a valid decision to go to another ENT and possibly do shot series because Hope is suffering. Faith, it keeps getting hives. So like if pollen touches her, her whole body starts reacting in hives, and that's because of me. My dad does this, and like my abuelita did this. There's something when we get allergic reaction, our skin just reacts to it. It's absolutely miserable. So yeah, I need to film a video. I'm going to be filming a video for a bag this week. There's actually I might be able to film two. I think I'm going to film one tomorrow and the other one on Thursday. Friday the kids are off, so you guys should have a new video on Friday. And possibly another Nova's Notion. I'm not too sure though. I just got to get Kindle to work that. Or yeah, I think definitely a Nova's Notion. So the kids are randomly off on Friday when they were just off for like 18 days. Like not 18, but it was like 9 days for spring break. 9 days they were off. And they have Friday off for no reason. My school system out here, they automatically give, I like this. They give a half day on a Wednesday once a month so the teachers can get grades in and do stuff. I like that because I feel like then the teachers are not pressured to like work after school hours, like they have a designated time where they can do it. But then the random days of school they have off that is not a holiday is very frustrating because like I'm thinking I can do appointments, go to the vet with the dog and everything, and bam, we're off. And I'm like, it's really hard to do work with them. 79 degrees in Puerto Rico. 79 degrees is perfect weather. 76 to 79 is my sweet spot. Okay, coming over and let's just sit out and just enjoy the sun. 79 degrees is that's why I usually like it here in Maryland because between April and like all the way up until June, it's usually just like in the 70s. And it is not doing the 70s. It's like either 80s or 50s. It's a real crazy weather. And then some of the nights dip back into freezing and you're just like, okay, there goes my plant. We killed the last little frost we had, killed the plants that we had for spring because we didn't look at the temperature. We did not know it was going to go below freezing, and it killed our Kindle's plants. I know, like this is like the weirdest weather ever. So yeah, Kindle was bummed because they spent like 2 weeks prior to that, like digging up the little terrain and creating the seedlings, and he was like, they're dead. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. The weather is just not the best. And I think the collard greens and the kale are still alive. And I think they're also growing tomatoes, which I'm not like for because the tomato vines like literally spread like so much throughout the garden. And then Loki likes to destroy anything that has a vine. Also, Dallas showed me something on Instagram yesterday because you know how I always talk about Loki's jowls and he likes to waterboard kiss me after he drinks water. This dog was drinking water and they were like, now wipe your mouth. And in the other bowl, they have like a towel and it like dabbed its face. I'm like, I don't know how long I have to teach Loki to do this, but this is something that needs to be done. Hello. I was like, whoever thought of that, it was really crazy. I know I have a friend who, when their dog comes in, she has like a mat that has all these bristles, and she'll say, "Wipe your paws," and he does like the back and forth motion on this mat. And I was like, "What the? I'm not doing the best job at." Ugh. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. I'm just saying, and she shouldn't have a 1/4 of an inch. It's April, okay? Yeah, it's like we have a frost warning. Tonight will be 45, but tomorrow will be 36 at night. And then you know what sucks is when you wake up in the morning and you have that like little bit of frost on your window plus pollen. 90s. Ooh, Jenny, where are you? Are you in California or Arizona or Texas? I don't know what the weather is like in Texas. It was really cold when I went to So Magical. It was like a different cold. It was like a dry cold, so it felt like cold shards. I can't explain it. Like it was a whole different cold that I'm used to having like some kind of moisture in the air and it's cold and it's cold. But when I went to So Magical, like I was complaining to Christina because I was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be like 42." So I just brought like heavy zip up sweaters because I thought it's Texas, it can't get colder. That it was a different kind of cold. I was not prepared. Yeah, and it's not safe for your plants, and, like, Kendall was really frustrated. He was because he went to, I guess, water them or something yesterday, and he was like, "All the plants died except the kale and the collards and the tomatoes." And I'm like, "'Cause if we knew there was gonna be a frost, we would have put a blanket, something over it, but we did not know. We didn't our phones did not alert us that we were gonna have a frost warning." Yeah. I know my neighbors planted pumpkins already. I guess to do the pumpkin competitions out here in like PA, you know what I'm talking about. You have to actually start planning doing your seedlings in February to get a bigger pumpkin. I've always wanted to do that. And Kindle's like, no. I always thought I would win. I don't like gardening, so it would be really on him, and then I'll just take credit that this pumpkin's this big because I bought the seed. I suck. I kill cactuses. But I did find these really cool like I mentioned on here that I wanted to have a dark garden with everything being dark plants. So people have been emailing me different plants that you can have in my area for different parts of the year, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I'm about to go plant shopping and like plant all these really cool things so I can have a dark garden year round in the front. Yeah, but that's the thing. Everyone's cold is different. Like, so when I like, they were like, people would be like, oh, Texas, I come from Michigan or I come from Ohio, your cold is not cold. And it's like, no, it is cold for them. Just like, when I lived in California, being in the 50s is cold for us. Our bodies are not acclimated to go colder. So like when there's a rapid change like what happened in Texas, it is like devastating not only to a person but for businesses and just like not for the city not knowing how to like ice and de-ice things. It's cold. Each state has their version of cold and nobody should tell you that your area is not cold when you're cold unless they live there. Cold is different for everyone. Like heat is different. Like I think personally 95 degrees out here is horrible because not humidity, like my hair sticking to my face, and it's like I'm walking into a wet paper towel. But somebody might be coming from like an area that has like 115. They're like, you don't know what heat is. And very true. We don't get to 115, but certain states have humidity, non humidity, dry heat, whatever. So I don't know. We had some cold nights in Arizona, and that dry cold is nothing to mess with. Humidity is brutal. Like my sweet spot to wear my hair out curly is fall and spring. In summertime, you guys gonna see it straight up because if not, it's gonna be sticking across my face. Like there's so much moisture in here, and I'll look like I'm sweating, and I'm not. It's just the moisture. Now, what I do like about it is I don't have to use as much lotion during the summertime because there's so much humidity in my hair. Like so, once I get that lotion on, it's already locked in, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, my hair does not respond well to summer weather. It's like nothing beats Florida. Because when I went to Florida, my hair was like this. And by the time I got off the plane, like Florida's humidity is different than Maryland's. It was just like the biggest afro you've ever seen. I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. It's gonna be fine. It's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. It was a lot. And I forgot to bring hair ties too. I always forget. It was so big. Like, if there's any pictures of me in Florida, you'll see, like, my hair just was like, it just kept, and each day it kept getting bigger as I was there. It was just like, there was so much humidity. And this year it's what, in September? I'm like, man, it's going to be the end of summer. I'm not looking forward to, like, my hair adventures when I go down to the south is not the best. It gets bigger. And just, yeah, and then I give up. I was just like, whatever, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how my hair grows out of my head. I'm gonna be fine. I'm excited though. I'm excited about that. Are anyone of you guys going to the Bagcation? The one, I think it's in Louisville. Louisville with and all these, they have all these awesome teachers. They have So Many Creations, they have Sonar, of course they have Lauren, they have all these amazing bag teachers in one location. I'm just like, that's so cool. Or who's going to Tennessee? I wish I was, but it's going in on the same weekend as a convention. I think I'm not too sure. I will put this information, huh? I was looking at it yesterday on Facebook when I was like Facebook stalking, you're just like, what's going on in this Facebook world? And it was at the So Magical. So Magical. I think that's so cute. I love it. So Lauren's teaching the Annette. And yes, it's in St. Louis. At Coom House. That's who I was trying to get. If you guys do not know who Coom House is, fine. Oh my God. Okay, so she is a bag designer. She lived in Pennsylvania and she created bags for messengers because messengers are very big in Pennsylvania. They have the bikes and there's even movies based off of the bikers in Pennsylvania to give documents to one building to another. So she lived there, she created it, and then she decided to make her own bag company. And I believe she is in, I want to say New Mexico, or she's somewhere on the West Coast. I'm not too sure. I think I can't remember her state, but she makes some of the coolest bag patterns. Most of the bags that everyone's like oohing and eyeing that I have is from her. She has a Singer heavy duty machine and she shows you how to work it. Like, I can't explain it to you. Like, I found her like 3 years ago and I've been obsessed with all of her bags for a long time. And the fact that she's going to So Magical makes me so badly want to go there because I would love to meet her. She's an amazing person, and she's like, in her videos, she was like, lad, let's smash the out of this rivet. And I'm like, you do, girl, I am with you. I am with you. Let's keep it 100 where that's like the fun part of, learning how to make bags and whatever. I'm going to put her info in here. Her classes, her patterns, her everything is awesome. She sometimes has seminars where you can learn certain techniques or learn different things about bag making. She is awesome. And when I seen that she was going to be there, I was like, I literally want to go just because it's Coom House. So let me get some of her bags. Okay, got it. Okay, so I make this bag a lot for, I've made this bag and you guys probably seen it a couple times. This backpack, I've made this, every time I make this backpack, it sells. I usually make it out of wax canvas and leather, and she teaches you how to use leather when you don't have a sewing machine that can do it. These are all different parts with rivets. She teaches you different things about tubular rivets, everything. She is a very good teacher. If you take one of her classes, you're going to want to buy all of her patterns. And she's amazing. I make this. The NATO bag. This NATO bucket bag is a good seller for me as well. I usually get like a lot of people asking for custom stuff, wax canvas and leather. And she just has a Singer, not the HD I'm talking about the singer that you get at Joann's that's gray that says heavy duty. Um, she's a beast. Yes, her messenger bag is amazing. I put that link to her thing there again. Whenever I put links to anything, I don't have affiliates. I will tell you if I have one. She's just someone that I completely respect and would love to meet. And I wanted to go to Sobagical just to meet her. Don't get me wrong, they have amazing. You got Jessica from So Many Creations. She knows, she's your know all be all about cork. She reminds me of Sonar Nicole because they know so much about cork. They're so educated that you want to be in their class because there's going to be stuff that you never learned before. Jessica also creates her own custom prints on cork. She hand draws stuff out, and you've seen that lavender twine Erica is coming out with the pattern soon. The bag that I made for the tester, I used her cork, and it's phenomenal. And I also got my black faux leather cork from her, but you also can get black faux leather cork from my handmade space. So when I seen these teachers, I'm like, you got Ellie from Coom House, you got Jess from So Many Creations, you got Mormino, you got Lauren, so you got Nicole from Sonar. That is going to be a phenomenal, like, I want to go to this so bad. It's just that for me, Kendall takes off certain days out of the like he uses his vacation days for my cons. So I'm trying to convince him that, a birthday gift for myself would be to go to this because it's like August 18th through the 20th. But I also know that is the dog days of summer. So I might be miserable if you see me there. Not a summer person. But if you're able to go, I say go because that is 4 different completely styles of teachers. 4, even the cork, even Sonar and Jess, they're completely different. They're both bag designers. They have both completely different things, but they're experts in cork. Then you have Ellie, who is like the best domestic sewist because she sews off a machine that you can just get at anywhere. Like, and she's a beast. She works with leather. I've never asked her to do one of her patterns because I don't feel like I can live up to it. She's amazing. Like her classes, I rewatch them. She has like this really great energy. And she's down to earth. And that's where I learned about tubular rivets and different stuff. The first time I seen a rivet remover was actually from her 5 years ago. So if you have a chance, look at her. I really want to go. I really want to go to Sobagical just because of that. So if you have the opportunity to go, I say go. Just like I told you, I'm freaking the geeking out with the one from Wizardly Stitchery, like the fact that you have Shannon, Nikki Kinder, Alex Radu, and Lynn from Lynn's Handmade all in one room. You have some of the best bag makers out there. And you also have some of the best bag designers all in one area. And then you get to do it like Girl Scout camp style style. I was never I never really went camping, but I feel like it would be fun with all like people that so I don't know. I'm a very optimistic person. So I always say go for it. Like I feel like we didn't have a retreats for so long that we just need to have fun. It's been such a long time. Um, I think we all are gonna, I don't know, just have fun if you can. That's why I mentioned about my sewing retreat because Sandra made it a lot more fun. Because at first I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the sandhill sling. There's 3 different ways to make it. So if we could teach people how to either do the drop-in method, the birthing method, or the hand sewing method, which is particularly my favorite. But then she was like, what about your applique? I get people asking me about how to applique, and I thought, what better way to show them if we go to Tandy Leather, we get some raw materials and that's cut out your name, like your initials or something, and applique it onto a wax canvas bag. And that way I can show you. It's really hard to explain how to do it. I have to just physically be there and you could see me and I can see you and I can help and give you pointers. I'm excited about going to Tandy Leather with other sewists. I'm excited about going to dinner with other sewists and just like hanging out with other people that just sew. Just the whole weekend is just sewing. So I'm excited, and I haven't been to Riley in like since I drove through it like longer than Faith. I've been before Faith, so almost 20 years. Hey, Denise. My retreat is in I'm gonna say, don't make fun of me, okay? Riley. Kendall says I say it wrong. Riley. I will put information. Don't judge me, okay? I don't know. I say the wrong things all the time. I think that's part of my weird charm, okay? I will put it. It's in the Garner Sewing Room, and I will give you the information right here. Her studio is amazing, by the way. If you go onto her website, you can see videos of her studio, and she's always having things booked in advance. Riley, North Carolina. I think I'm saying it right, but he says I say it, he's always trying to forever teach me how to say things with a southern accent, and then he just hysterically laughs at me afterwards. So everyone that thinks Kendall's super sweet, he likes to make fun of me when I don't have a southern accent. I'm just throwing it out there. He's still sweet, but you know. He's like, that's not how you say it. Here. And I just sent it to you. So I Raleigh. But yeah, go to Clume. I just put the link also to the Sawyer Garner Room. So oh, are you gonna go to Tennessee? Oh, Raleigh. I'm sorry, like so I hope the tickets, are they already sold out for Tennessee? There's probably people that have it. I would just reach out to the support group and talk to them and see what they're able to do, because you are coming far away if you're able to go to the one in Tennessee. Tennessee seems lit. I'm not going to lie. Every one of you that are going to Tennessee, I'm going to be mad at you for the whole weekend. I'm going to be happy for you, but I'm going to be jealous. And let's just say jealous is okay. It's a normal feeling. We all seen Inside Out. It's a normal feeling. Because you guys have the coolest vendor, the coolest teachers. Like if I was there, I would be in all the cosplay classes. I love making cosplay, and if anyone can give me any more tips, tricks, and hints, I'm going to be all about it. There's a lot of cool bag makers, but there's so many different things like English paper piecing. Someone had like a crochet toy thingy. Yeah, amazing teachers. The vendor spotlights, I mean, you get Hardware and Hide. I literally can't wait to go to Florida to meet them again, to get also like the templates, because they have templates how to position their labels, and I would like to get those in person and just say hi too. Also, they have something, I don't know if you're aware of. Weekly, they have a new tag, and it's only for that week. And then they go in a vault, kind of like Disney. So every week I look to see what their new label is. I know there's so many because they have a lot of teachers. I think Kayla and the crew are incredibly smart and wise, because they got a lot more teachers. So that way there's a lot more opportunities for people to take classes, which is incredibly good. And there's so many different teachers from different walks of life. And I'm not going to lie, if I was in Tennessee, I don't know if I would be seeing any of you guys, because I will probably be booked in classes. There's just so many different things that I want to learn in the sewing world. And again, I love cosplaying, and there's like 2 cosplay ones. I think there's a corset one. I definitely want to take an English paper piecing. And then I learned from like Sarah Lawson that to use like water soluble, like the little hexagon things for the paper piecing. I really suck at paper piecing, and I want to do better because I want to incorporate it with my bags, like as panels. So I would like to learn that. So any of the quilting things, I'm pretty good at free motion quilting, but I'm not like in any means a professional. I'm like a noob. And I would like to learn more. Just like I would be in almost every other class, like, and have fun. Like I'm hoping that someone eventually has like a cameo class because I would love to learn. I know the Brother Scan and Cut one was really fun that I went to. It was not that long, but it was fun. The teacher was very animated and I enjoyed them. So I say just take as many classes as you possibly can. I know Danielle has her ETA class and her light up class. If you can get into the light up class, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Everyone in that class had a smile. Daniel was she was interactive with every single person. She was learning stuff and then her group her even in her group there's something very raw and real about her that I just love. Like she had not a win. I don't want to say it's a fail because every time we don't win, we're learning. We're learning. It hurts for that moment, but we learn from that moment and we grow. So she had a non-win and she opened up and told us about it. Now, she didn't have to do that. She could have sit there and pretend like everything was hunky dory. But the fact that the person that's teaching me about lights had a non-win moment and then started thinking about other ways she can do stuff helps me think of different avenues when I get stuck. So I like her as a teacher. I don't know if she knows how much of a good teacher she is. If you have a chance to get into her class, definitely go. I know her kits are always fair and reasonable pricing, and she has a group that can help you source out even more lights and jelly and the group is growing because of Danielle. One of the members like made all these crazy light ones. Like she did a little mermaid one, like all these unbelievable light bags. And we were like, holy moly. Yes, Heartwood High, the drop that I'm telling you. Yes, thank you. The non-win. She is so real. Oops, I'm sewing stuff when I'm not supposed to be sewing. She is so real. And it like makes me appreciate her and has me honored that I know who she is because we sometimes as sewers only want to celebrate our wins and not show our non-wins. No, that we learn from our non-wins. So I appreciate her and that bag that she made, even if it doesn't light up, is one of the badass bags I've ever seen. So if you have a chance to go into her Facebook group or chance to see one of her classes live, go for it. Run. You will not regret it. I promise you. If you regret it, you can come back and complain at me, but I promise you, you will not regret it. It was a fun class too. And I thought it was only going to be fun because I was there with my friend Christina. No, that class was interactive with the whole entire class. It was super fun. And I would take that class again in a heartbeat. It was fun. See, there's so many vendors. Like you guys are gonna be broke. Like, here's the thing: buy because my friend Christina made a valid point. It's a place. It's one thing to see things on Facebook and in Instagram. It's a different thing when you're able to walk into like a storefront, like a pop-up shop, and you get to see everything in front of you, and you don't have to pay shipping. You can just buy it. Just buy it and go. And then you also can meet the owners. And if like let's say the owners don't rub you the right way, then you're gonna be like, cool, I met them, we didn't have a vibe, I don't have to buy anything from them. Or I met them, they were unbelievably awesome. Like if when you meet Nicole from New Moxie, you're gonna flip out. She is like the kindest person you've ever met. Like I think she she would stop traffic for a row of ants to go across the thing. Like she is so gentle, so kind, and so sweet, but really funny. Um, and you just want to buy. She already has excellent product, but then to have an excellent person behind there is amazing. And then there's like little things that you didn't know. Like there was a at So Magical Tennessee. I don't know if people talked about the vibrating pillows there. I do not know the name of the shop, but this guy came into the right location and I hope he comes to Florida. There's pillows that you put on your lower back and the vibration, like everyone that sat down and put it on their back had immediately had a reaction. It's the best pillow ever. While I'm reading in my room, I have it on my lower back. I sometimes bring it down when I'm working because I don't I don't know what what kind of mechanism they have in this pillow, but it's the best pillow you've ever had. And it was really weird. There was some super cool stuff and super cool people that I never met, I've seen on Facebook, but I didn't know their shop. Like there's a lady that has the most beautiful art vinyl, and I see her art vinyl in Maggie 55. Maggie 55 herself has made so many of her like bags to show off like the front page ones out of her vinyl. And when I got to meet her, she was amazing. Like she was telling you stories. You just felt like, I don't know, she was just an amazing person. And so I bought vinyl from her, and I would love to meet her again too. She was a one woman show and she was hilarious and funny. Good morning. Yeah, Heartwood and Hyde drops on Friday. Yes, so every Friday I've been going over to their page, and like they drop a tag that's just for a week. And some of them are just darn right cute. And I like those like little ones that are not necessarily fandom based, but like just like a cute name or notion, because they're fun to sew into a bag. Like labels are fun, but these are, because they're like this, you can just sew them onto like a slip pocket or something. And it's the little things like that that always get pictures done on my Etsy, where like this person's like, "Oh my god, this label was so cute. I never seen anything like this." And so, and it's Heartwood and Hyde. They're like the sweetest couple ever. Like very nice, and I appreciate her. She was a they Jade created my design for that Sonova, because like Dungeons and Dragons and dice, but I also like things that have like the Celtic. So off of just knowing me, she figured that out. I'm like, that's crazy. Yes, So Girly Fun does self-made designs too. All of her own designs are, she draws everything herself. That was one of the things that attracted me to her booth in So Magical Florida. Was her Hello Kitty chibis. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like that. She had chibis from Harry Potter. She had her own Star Wars, and she draws all her own art. And I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of people that can draw. Like his, I can sketch and doodle, but I can't do art. Like I can, if I'm bored and you're sitting by me, I'll start trying to sketch you just because I'm, that's how my brain goes. Like it never's gonna turn out good. It's very abstract, wonky art. Okay. Like, but So Really Fun, Susie creates some of the most beautiful arts. And she's the one that has that beautiful cherry blossom print where you can get it on vinyl or the PCU, the clear one. And I think she's getting Grease, if I'm not mistaken, and Teruto on that as well. And she's about to come out with another collection that's going to be released towards the end of this month and beginning of next month. So she's just hitting them out of the park. She's really funny. She's really nice, and she's caring. And she also is the one that has the hardware that looks like Louis Vuitton. Just the swivel hooks. So yeah, you have like, you're gonna have all these people there that have something really fun and creative. And I gotta say, I really appreciate even going to like Lauren Mormino's booth, because first of all, I guess I don't scour the pages well, because I'll notice things I never noticed before at the show that it's not a show exclusive that's been on her page. So I didn't like, I, for some odd reason, I don't know what's wrong with me. I did not know that the rainbows were like um two different bags, like two different colors. Like there's a pastel, there's like a light pastel pink, like pastel rainbow away, and then just a rainbow variant. I had no idea. I was like, why is this ruler look different from this ruler? And they're different. They are. There's like a pastel color. This one's the lighter one, and I had no idea. But I wouldn't have known until I actually was there, because I guess I can't pay attention. There's a lighter gradient on this one. That's the only ruler. Hold on. No, wait, hold on. No, that's the green one. This is the one from the box. So obviously I like rulers. If you were to come into my room, every station has rulers. Every single station. Yeah, but I didn't know until I went there. I had no idea this was a different one, because I bought the other ones and they were like a rainbow, and this is like a pastel gradient. I had no idea. And even, I guess I didn't stock the page well enough, and that's why I said like going there is a fun thing, because you get to see with your own eyes, and you may notice something that you never noticed before. Yeah, I seriously didn't know. I was like, okay. And also, just some word of advice, if you go and you see like a sweater in your size and you're like, "Oh, I'll come back around and do it." No, they don't have more behind the table. If you see your size and you want it, get it. Okay? 'Cause I can tell you from just my point of view, she had these sweaters there and like a couple other, and by the when I came back at day 2 to go visit Monica, because Monica was across the way from her, all the shirts were sold out. So, if you and that goes with any of the booth, if you see something that you want, don't do what you do at like cons or quilt cons where you're like, I'll go back around. Most likely because these people are driving in with the merchandise, they're not going to have more behind the table. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm the, these are easier for me to read too. I have like because they're I guess they're like two maybe three colors. They're easier for me to see the 1/4 of an inch mark. The rainbow one, I think it's because there's a lot of colors. I don't know, my brain does not like will take forever, and I wind up getting a one of my Westcott rulers because I'm like I can't read the. I think it's my eyes. I just can't. So I'm gonna get down to finish up this mock-up for our Patreon and then maybe just like lay down. Kendall's probably watching this laughing like Shinova lay down. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I did put information for the bag retreat, and I also put information of Clume House. If you do anything, definitely check out Clume House. Ellie is an amazing designer and an amazing person. And she's really talented. So, and she's a good story. Thank you. So I will talk to you all tomorrow, and I hope everyone stays safe and have a good day. Bye.